What kind of country is Egypt? If Africa is stable or not, Egypt plays a decisive role. If there's turmoil in the Middle East, Egypt will definitely get involved. Egypt is one of the 4 great ancient civilizations of the world, along with ancient Babylon, ancient India, and China, making up the collective term for the world's 4 ancient civilizations. However, only China is the one among these ancient civilizations with a continuous cultural flow. What comes to mind when you think of Egypt? Is it the pyramids? The iconic structures of ancient Egyptian civilization? It's the colossal statue of the Sphinx. It's the mysterious mummy that has stood for millennia. Or perhaps the last female pharaoh of the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra. When we mention Egypt, the first thing that comes to mind might be ancient Egypt. The civilization of ancient Egypt began in the Nile Valley, and around 3100 BC, Upper and Lower Egypt achieved unification, marking the birth of the ancient Egyptian state. Pharaohs were the rulers of ancient Egypt. They were not only the leaders of the nation, but also incarnations of deities. Ancient Egyptians were polytheistic, worshipping important deities like the sun god Ra, the agricultural goddess Isis, and the god of the dead, Osiris. The ancient Egyptians achieved extraordinary accomplishments in the field of architecture. Structures like pyramids and temples are not only the embodiment of ancient Egyptian ingenuity, but also among the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Among the most famous is the Giza Pyramid Complex, which includes the Khufu Pyramid, the Khafre Pyramid, and the Menkaure Pyramid. The Pyramid of Khufu is the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu from the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt, and is one of the 7 wonders of the world. The original height was about 146.59 meters, but due to erosion over time, the top has lost about 10 meters, making it approximately 136.5 meters tall, which is about the height of a 40-story building. Approximately 2,300,000 limestone and granite blocks were used, each weighing between 1.5 tons and 160 tons, with a total weight of about 684 million tons. How did the ancient Egyptians transport and stack such massive stone blocks without the aid of modern machinery? What tools and methods did they use to achieve this feat? These questions remain unsolved mysteries to this day. The Great Sphinx, located near the Giza Pyramids, is another astonishing work of ancient Egyptian art. It stands 20 meters high and is 72 meters long, with a face approximately 5 meters long and 4.7 meters wide. The nose is 1.71 meters long, and the mouth is 2.3 meters wide, all carved from limestone. The Great Sphinx combines the body of a lion with the head of a pharaoh, symbolizing the union of strength and wisdom. The Luxor Temple was originally built by Pharaoh Amenhotep III, along with the solar god Amun, the nature goddess Mut, and their son, the moon god Khonsu. It was first built in the 14th century before Common Era, during the New Kingdom period, and was one of the centers for religious and political activities in ancient Egypt. Pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Ramses II subsequently expanded and embellished the temple, making it grander in scale and more exquisite in decoration. The reliefs and murals inside the temple are outstanding examples of ancient Egyptian art. The Karnak Temple is a magnificent temple left by the ancient Egyptian Empire and is one of the largest temples in ancient Egypt. It was primarily built to honor the deities of Thebes, especially the god Amun, and is thus also known as the Temple of Amun or Amun-Ra Temple. The tallest stone column in the temple reaches 21 meters high, with a diameter of 3.57 meters, and is considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The temple also contains numerous reliefs and murals depicting the myths, history, and religious scenes of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptian murals and sculptures are also important components of its artistic achievements. These artworks vividly and colorfully depict the daily life, religious beliefs, and mythological stories of the ancient Egyptians. The Egyptians also invented hieroglyphs, one of the oldest writing systems in the world, with many documents still not fully deciphered today. In ancient Egyptian culture, mummies were considered an immortal existence, capable of protecting the soul to continue living in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians had remarkable achievements in mathematics. They established a complete numerical symbol system based on realistic concepts. In addition, the ancient Egyptians developed a complete system of arithmetic rules, including addition and subtraction, known as fractional calculation. The ancient Egyptians also made significant advancements in the field of medicine, as exemplified by the Edwin Smith Papyrus, which detailed the diagnosis and treatment of various ailments. The ancient Egyptians also made significant contributions to astronomy. They created the world's first solar calendar based on the flooding of the Nile River and the agricultural cycle, dividing the year into 365 days. In addition, the ancient Egyptians observed the night sky and charted constellations, gaining an initial understanding of celestial movements. The ancient Egyptians were also among the first in the world to use rings in weddings. Over time, the ring gradually spread worldwide as a symbol of marriage. Ancient Egypt was one of the first civilizations to domesticate wild cats. Cats held an important place in Egyptian culture and were regarded as sacred animals. A large number of cat mummies have been found in ancient Egyptian tombs. It is unclear why ancient Egyptians were so enthusiastic about making cat mummies. Time passes, and although the glory of ancient Egypt has faded, its influence remains profound. Today, Egypt attracts the world's attention with its unique geographical location and rich cultural heritage.